Welcome to another episode of 9 to 5 and Thriving, where we dive into critical insights that shape professional success. In today's episode, we tackle an essential question that every career-driven professional should consider. Is your organization the right culture fit for you? Finding the right workplace is about more than just compensation or salary, depending on what you call it. It's about whether your professional values, growth ambitions, and work style aligns with the company's environment. A culture that fits well can fuel your motivation and success, while a misaligned workplace can lead to dissatisfaction and stagnation. But how do you evaluate this? Here are some ways to determine if your workplace is the right fit, along with some practical insights to guide your decision making. So let's get started. The first, examine the company's core values. Every organization promotes a set of values, but the key is identifying whether those values are truly embedded in the organization's daily operations. A company may emphasize innovation and inclusivity in its branding, but if leadership dismisses new ideas or diversity efforts are merely surface level, those values might not be genuinely practiced. For example, if collaboration is highlighted as a core principle, yet decision-making is consistently top-down with little employee input, that indicates a disconnect between messaging and reality. Similarly, if integrity is emphasized but ethical shortcuts are very common, that's a red flag. Hey, before we go on to the next point, have you clicked on the subscribe button? Please click on the subscribe button, like the video, help with the YouTube algorithm. The second, assess leadership style and accessibility. Leadership plays a defining role in shaping workplace culture. In a thriving organization, leaders are accessible. They encourage open dialogue and support employee growth. In contrast, in a rigid or disengaged leadership style, it can really stifle motivation. Consider how leaders interact with your teams or with their teams in workplaces, where managers actively check in, provide constructive feedback, and create mentorship opportunities. Employees tend to thrive in such workplaces. On the other hand, where leaders discourage questions, remain distant, or micromanage decisions, the culture might feel restrictive rather than empowering. And so the third one is evaluate work-life balance policies. Work-life balance is more than just a corporate buzzword. It has a direct impact on employee well-being and job satisfaction. Some organizations encourage flexibility, mental health support, and manageable workloads, while others silently expect employees to sacrifice their personal time for company gain. A practical way to assess this is by talking to employees about their experiences. If frequent overtime and an expectation of round-the-clock availability are very common, it may not be an ideal environment for work-life balance. On the other hand, if leadership prioritizes flexible work arrangement, generous vacation policies, wellness initiatives, that's a sign of a healthy culture. The next one is observe diversity and inclusion efforts. I particularly like this one because many companies promote diversity initiatives, but the real test is how inclusivity is practiced. Look beyond hiring statistics and public statements. Do diverse employees have opportunities for advancement and leadership? For instance, a truly inclusive workplace offers diversity-focused mentoring programs, employee resource groups, and clear equity policies. If employees feel comfortable discussing concerns and leadership takes meaningful action, the organization is likely fostering genuine inclusion. However, if diversity efforts seem performative, such as featuring diverse faces in marketing, but failing to create equitable opportunities internally, that's a sign of misalignment. The last one for today is assess how the company invests in its employees. Companies that genuinely value their workforce invest in benefits, career advancement, programs, and professional development initiatives. If employees have clear pathways for growth, mentorship, financial investment in their success, it aligns to a supportive environment. For instance, some workplaces offer tuition reimbursement, leadership training, and performance-based promotion. However, if employees struggle to find opportunities for advancement or leadership, show little interest in employee growth, it might indicate a stagnant work culture. So welcome to a new era of career decision making. One where workplace culture is just not about compensation and title. A strong culture fit fosters motivation, innovation, and professional longevity. If your workplace checks most of these boxes, you're in an environment that nurtures your potential. However, if key elements feel misaligned, it might be time to reconsider your career path. Whether you're exploring new opportunities or evaluating your current role, assessing company culture is a crucial step towards thriving, not just surviving in the workplace. See you at the next episode of 9 to 5 and Thriving.